This is not good.
It looks like we are going live. We are now live. Welcome. It is Wednesday, December 2nd. I cannot believe we are in the last 30 days of 2020. Welcome. I am Terry Ann, Life Coach TA, and you are at Conversations with Sherry and Terry Ann. As a life coach, I help to develop the confidence to look at those negative self-talk lies with a new perspective, allowing you to see some possibilities that you didn't notice before, which will open up new pathways onto which you can proceed to the truth. My co-host today is Sherry Berger.
Good morning. I'm Sherry Berger, and I am owner of Here to There Consulting, and we educate business owners with the tools to balance work, life, and finances by moving them through growth, leadership, into success. I'm a business coach, and I help you move from here to there. Good morning. Yes, I think we are at what? Less than 30 days, because today is already the 2nd of December.
My gosh.
So I think
isn't it hard to believe?
Down. 2020, countdown. I told my husband yesterday it was 24 days till Christmas, 23 days till Christmas. So are you Amazon shopping?
Probably so.
Or are you small business shopping? Can I do, let's
do a small business shout out. Yes.
Can we ask people to shop small businesses? Because you know what? When you shop small businesses, they do happy dances and they get excited over the purchase. Amazon just gets bigger. So I told my little sister, she made a joke about shopping Amazon between her and my other sister, because I got two sisters. Yes. Lucky me. Ha ha ha. No, but anyway, my sisters were having a funny discussion regarding how they're shopping Amazon. I said, shop small businesses. And they go, well, there's small businesses on Amazon. And I'm like, yeah, but you got to make sure they're small businesses. So anyway, I just wanted to give a huge shout out there. I know you're stressed out. I know it's a crazy time of year, and we're 28 days to the end of the year, 23 to Christmas. But you know what? If you reach out to those small, mid-sized businesses, who I support, by the way. But anyway, if you reach out to them, they are going to be more than happy to figure out ways to fill your orders. So I think that is what we have really, that's something I've learned big time from 2020, is how much we need to support each other. So anyway, and today, what are we going to talk about, Terry Ann?
Today, we are talking about holiday stress. Now, I don't know about all of you. I sometimes get a little stressed out at the holidays. But before I go into that, let me make one quick comment here. We are using a program called StreamYard, which allows us to broadcast live to Facebook. However, Facebook will not allow your name to show in the comments unless you give them permission. And we want your comments. We want you to join in the conversation. So if it should come across on our stream as Facebook user anonymous or something along that line, if you would like your name displayed, open up another tab. Don't leave us. Open up another tab. Go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and grant permission, because we would love to talk to you personally if we can. If not, we'll talk to you anonymously. But join in the conversation. This is more than just Sherry and me. So let's get started. Holiday stress. I don't know about you. I almost hate the holidays. Christmas Eve, for many, many years, I have gone to bed from the time my kids were little, and my kids are now in their 40s. Oh my gosh. Anyway, Christmas Eve, I go to bed crying. I'm not good enough. I didn't do enough. I'm not giving enough. And got so totally focused on the commercial part of it all. I did not enjoy the holiday part of it. That for me was in the past my biggest stress. I am now past that, just within the last few years. What's your biggest holiday stress?
Well, I used to get really stressed out, like you said, and I'll just be honest with you. I stopped sending holiday cards. I started sending maybe New Year cards, or just go ahead and email people a letter. Now, this year, I'll be honest, I'm probably going to send out holiday cards. And I would encourage people to send out holiday cards. But I started eliminating things that were not as important as you think they are. Traditions are important, but are they always a must? And like you said, you were crying before you went to my mom. Oh my gosh. I used to spend in my early 20s. Yes. And I had a kid of my own. I would spend over at my mom's house wrapping till 11 o'clock at night on Christmas Eve because my mom wouldn't get her wrapping done. And so I always had mine done. So then I had to do my mom's. Are you kidding me? Right. And then sometimes my husband would join in. And so I always knew I did not want to be the person wrapping on Christmas Eve. Well, when I say that, guess what? There's been plenty of times that we wrap on Christmas Eve. My husband's UPS driver. So usually he works on Christmas Eve and then he gets off and then we'll stay up drinking wine, beer, whatever, and wrapping all night. But we tried to make it a party, right? If you're going to do it, make it a party. But the bad news is the kids would go to Christmas Eve service, usually at night without us. But my husband, of course, would be too tired. But that was our little tradition that we did towards the end of the kids' teenage years. And that wasn't necessarily bad. But this year, I just think everything that we've done or haven't done is just going to be different, right? Our stresses are different, right? So, I mean, we're worried about right now if we're going to get exposed to this virus or if we have the virus or if a friend has a virus or, right? And if we should get together and how many people and what should we do? And so I don't know that people are just stressing out about having their gifts wrapped this year. I don't know if people are stressed out with trying to do enough this year. I think people are stressed out about how do I handle it all? I mean, do I go see grandma? Do I go see my mom? Do I go right? And what is right and wrong and right? I will say that 2020, I feel like, I don't know, it's been a stressful year. But I also feel there's been a lot of judgment about what we should do, what we shouldn't be doing, how we should be doing it, if we should be wearing a mask, not wearing a mask, who we should vote for, who we shouldn't vote for, why we should do this, why we should do. And I think the Christmas at the end of the year now, I think a lot of people are still feeling that way, right? And our numbers, I mean, here in Kansas, I don't know where you are, they're going up, which is scary. So I just think this year is a lot different. I don't know what people, I mean, I do know what people are stressed out about, but I think simplifying Christmas is not really going to be people's stress. Does that make sense what I'm saying? I think their stress is going to be more than that.
I think we're finding too that some of those traditions, we've got to do this because we've always done it. This year, there's going to be a second look. Why did we do that? And how important is that? And what is more important than that at this moment? The big family gatherings, I miss them, but we can't have them.
But I was just talking to you right about Thanksgiving. I had my 3 younger kids. My daughter did bring her boyfriend, and then it was my husband and I. And how simple, right? There was a small group, and how simple that was, and how you get to spend more time with people. So I think some of it's our perspective in it all, right?
Right. And perspective does make a big difference in how you handle a stressful situation. What is the stressful situation that you come up against, and how do you plan for it? Or do you plan for it? Do you just wait until it happens?
Well, I mean, I know a lot of people, like right now, I hate to keep talking about the virus, but some people even have a plan of, you know, I got a bedroom downstairs if my spouse gets it and I can be upstairs, but having a plan of action, even if it doesn't go the way you expected it to go, I think eliminates a lot of stress, like you talked about. I think before this call, we were talking and you were saying, like, if Christmas doesn't go the way you want it to go, have a plan B.
I find
plan B.
I find when I'm getting ready to go into a situation and I'm stressed over something, whether it be just going shopping, making a purchase, meeting somebody, in our heads, we can always make up some kind of a stress. Okay, please tell me I'm not the only one.
Lynn says that she's going to spend time with her because she always enjoys herself.
I love that. I love that.
Lynn is super, super sweet. And yeah, a lot of people are going to be spending the holiday maybe by themselves, but we don't have to spend it by ourselves. See what I'm saying? We have Zoom. You know what? My son was here. He came for 4 days. It was quite the ordeal for him to come. I had to quarantine for 2 weeks. I had to be tested for the virus. My daughter had to get tested. My husband had to be tested. They got tested because my my daughter-in-law is 6 months pregnant. It was a mess, right? But I got to see him for 4 days. But you know what they bought me for Christmas? A tablet.
Oh,
so it's an older version tablet, but it's so that I can FaceTime with my soon-to-be grandchild that's coming in March, because you don't know, right? So don't worry. They called us on Thanksgiving to see if mom and dad knew how to use this tablet to FaceTime. And
we got to practice.
And we got a star for it. They gave us a star. Now, Saturday, I'm sure they're going to call us again because it's my husband's birthday. So they're going to call us to practice again. And then Matthew, my oldest, birthday's in January. And then the baby's here in March. So they were teasing that we have these time to practice. But Lynn doesn't necessarily, or other people, have to be by yourself, right? I know a lot of people that had Thanksgiving on Zoom. They literally did. And one of my friends was waiting for the Steeler game. Did you know the Steeler game did not happen? I think it's 2:30 today. I don't really know, but I have a friend that's a huge Steeler fan. So his whole family was going to get on and they were going to do Thanksgiving and watch Steeler game. So I asked him, I said, what did you do? I felt so bad for you. I almost texted you because I knew it was so important to you, not important to me. And he said, oh, well, we just socialized and we had fun on Zoom. But he went and got his own little meal.
Makes a difference.
He went and got his own little meal, and he was on Zoom, but he was on Zoom with all his children.
I'll tell you another way I've used it. My granddaughter and I think I told it before, I'm not sure. Anyway, we looked up to share a particular Wii game. And we don't play together, but we will get on a video call, whether it's Zoom or whatever, so we can see each other and we'll each play the game at our own houses. We're on the same level and we're talking to each other all the way through it. And then we're talking about the game. Oh, wait a minute here. I'm stuck. What do I do? So it's a way that she and I are connecting. We're across the state from each other, but we're still together. But I want to make a comment, though, something I just thought about with Lynn's comment. I got to spend time with me. I enjoyed myself all day. One thing I think people are learning through all of this is to like alone time. I don't know about you, but, for a long time in my life, being alone was scary. I would do anything to be with other people because I didn't want to be alone with myself. And I think a lot of people are learning that alone time is not so bad after all. And they're learning to like themselves, perhaps, and finding things that they can do by themselves without the crowd. Something that we've always been so busy. We never took alone time. And I think a lot of people are learning what alone time is now.
Well, and we get a lot more creative when we spend time by ourselves, meditating, thinking, and processing. So I've seen, business owners that became a lot more creative. Lynn also said that her son had been tested multiple times for Thanksgiving. I think she said her ex-husband had the virus or something, but they're all fine. But yeah, those are stressful things that are going on right now, is that we're having to make sure we're fine. And I know we have another person on here, but I'm not sure if we can see them. We have another lady that said, hello, ladies. So what are some of the things, Deborah, that you're stressed out? You're stressed out about maybe with this crazy, different December, right? It's all about, like I said, your perspective in it all. Mm-hmm. I know people that have planned huge birthdays and they're not going the way they want. They've had anniversaries that were last month and didn't go the way they wanted. And so one of my dear friends, she's going to be 70. And so her birthday's Sunday. And she started realizing she wants to go around and do 70 blessings to others. She was going to do the big party and then she had 50th in November and that didn't go, but it's about her perspective. And you don't realize when you do this, when you change your perspective, like my friend even did over the Steeler game, right? He did tease and say, I guess Steelers are playing at 2:30 today, but his favorite soap opera's on at the same time, so he isn't really.
Yeah.
But he's a little bit of a smart aleck. I don't think he really watches soap operas, but it was funny to make a joke about it, right? Because
Yes, we have to laugh.
2:30 game for football on a Wednesday. What do you even do with that? That's a work time. That doesn't even happen in real world.
Our anonymous Facebook user is scaling back and enjoying the family.
Yes.
That's become, I think that's just become more obvious to more people lately is, wow, I've got people around me. Sometimes we get so busy, we forget that.
So I have an 18-year-old that went off to Emporia, and believe me, Shawnee Mission Northwest did not have graduation. So she didn't have graduation in May, and she went off. But I think I was telling you, she's around more, and she's talking to me more because that's right. That's what you get to do as an 18-year-old right now. Unfortunately, you maybe are living at your parents' when you wanted to be off to college, right? And I don't know if she's leaving in the spring. I think she's still planning, but I mean, how do you know? And then also said counting your blessings. But Facebook user, we can't see who you are because Streamline doesn't let you unless you accept. What do you have to do again?
Go to streamyard.com/Facebook if you would like.
Yes, I know it's you, Deborah.
Yeah.
It's just that they're not letting us. I mean, we're not able to see you, but yes, that's Deborah. And so,
Okay.
yeah.
How about, to our guests, what is the most stressful thing that you find over the holidays? For me, it's always been gift giving. What is the most stressful thing you find? I got to tell you a cute little thing that my daughters and I have started. My daughter came up with this idea a few years ago. It gets very discouraging because in this day and age, let me put this on here in this day and age,
Can you put it in the chat? Yeah, we need to always just somehow.
If anybody wants, in this day and age, if you want something, you go get it. There's really not much holding you back. So you really can't give a gift to somebody for something somebody really wants. Because if they want it, they go get it. So to take away the stress of all that, my daughter came up with this idea. Go to Five Below. And we pick up an item, a fun item, wrap it up. And then each year we each bring in something from Five Below, which means it's $5 or less. We wrap it up. We do some kind of a different game each year, and open up our strange, fun gift. We have so much fun on that day playing with these little $5 gifts. Much more so.
Is it like a white elephant?
It's kind of like a white elephant, yes. And we have more fun with that than we did with purchasing the big ticket items trying to, I hope that they like this. We had so much fun. There was one gift do you remember the spirograph when we were kids? We had to take the pen, put the thing on the paper, put the pen in the hole, and we had to move it around all by ourselves. One year there was a gift, and all of that was battery operated. You stuck it down there. The pen moved all by itself. I said, that's pretty bad. In my day, I had to move the pen myself. These days, kids don't even have to do that. So it was something fun and enjoyable, and we laughed so much during that time together.
I think people are looking for experiences more than I've heard people buy games, right? Like a brand new board game or something, and then their family plays it. So, I mean, there's lots of ways to do, like you said, I guess if you want it, you can buy it. But yeah, I think it'd be stressful, but.
I bought a puzzle one year that I had set up during the holidays. Now, this was an all white puzzle with a bunch of black squiggly lines, and the cover, the picture on the box had a great big ad right in the middle of it. So we couldn't even see what the whole thing was supposed to look like.
Did you put
And then when it's all done, we colored it. What that did, though, was it showed all of the different ways that different people put a puzzle together. None of us put the puzzle together the same way, and none of us colored the same way. So that led to a lot of fun, disgruntles, and conversation.
Did you put the link down on here, Terry Ann?
Yes, it's showing. It's scrolling across the bottom.
Oh, you mean
you got it in chat. I'm sorry.
She wanted it in chat. But anyway, yeah. So I think it's more about the time that we spend together and the experiences, right?
There it goes.
But have you guys ever read the book, The 5 Love Languages? Some people, theirs is gifts. Mine is quality time and physical touch. So I'd rather you spend time with me playing a game, hanging out, having coffee on Zoom. I got all kinds of fun coffee cups too. This one says, may your days be merry and bright, because it's my Christmas coffee cup, right? And I have lots of coffee cups, which people are like, think that's funny. But yes, because I love coffee cups just because they're fun with fun little sayings. But it's more, I don't know, more about what is that individual, right? Mm-hmm. And if they like words of affirmation, maybe writing a letter and letting them know how, I think anybody would like to get a letter and know how important they are. I think it's more than gift giving.
Mm-hmm. I like that person. I like something personal.
Yeah. I am not a gift person. My husband's trying to ask me, and I'm like, I'm just not really a gift giving. I like to give gifts, but I'm saying my kids always say I'm easy to buy for, but my husband's not. But then I sometimes think I'm not. So I don't know. But anyway, yeah, like you said, getting stressed out over the gift giving. Or we used to over gift give. Oh my gosh, because I got a family. I got 5 brothers and sisters. One of them passed on. They're all married. And I'm talking, we all been married a long time. And then I have mom and dad have 19 grandkids. They soon to have 10 great grandkids. So did you just hear we have like 35, 40 people? You can't buy for all those people. So we draw names, like you said, that was fun. White elephant's a fun way to deal with it. Linda,
I think laughter.
Good morning, Linda. We are talking about this morning. We are talking about stress of the holidays, but I was talking about how some of our stresses for this holiday this year is just going to be a different stress because of this pandemic that's going on and on forever. I know a lot of people are wanting to hurry up and get 2020 out of the way, thinking life's going to be different, right? And I'm not sure how different it's going to be. So
it changed overnight to get into this. I just don't know that it's going to change overnight to end.
Well, do you remember last year? Do you remember New Year's last year? Everybody was excited about 2020. 2020 was going to be the year.
This is the year.
Get your 2020 vision on. And there was all this 2020. And I'm not saying 2021 is not going to be a great year. Because you know what? It is going to be a great year. So my dear friend, AKA my second dad, my mentor, the guy that I admire a lot, that I just lost a couple months ago, Gerald Harris, would tell me, make it a good day. Yes. Don't have a good day. So make it a good December. Make it a good Christmas. Because if you change your perspective and your attitude, you can't change what's happening around you, but the way you respond. And that's what Gerald used to always tell everybody, make it a good day. Make it a good December. So if you look at it that way.
And I think that is one of the biggest things that leads to stress is it's our reactions to a situation. It's not necessarily the situation. It's our reactions to the situation. So
Linda just put out here, but we can't see her because you have to go to StreamYard/Facebook, but I know it's Linda. I totally agree. It's time to start planning what you want to change next year to make it less stressful, knowing what we know now. And that's true. What are we, 9 months in? So we know that we have Zoom. We know we have technology. We know what's possible, right? It's just changing our perspective at all. Yes. So I know I was getting a little down, and I talked to a friend of mine, and she's like, oh, my girlfriends and I every Friday night are having happy hour. I go, you have happy hour? And she's older. She's like, yeah, we do it on Zoom. So we all know that there's a Zoom thing and we're getting together and having happy hour. Well, that's a way of changing your perspective, right? Mm-hmm. If we get together every Christmas, why are we not getting together on Zoom? If we get together for coffee or, happy hour or whatever, why are we not doing it, in a different way? So, but I like
So-
what Linda was her perspective
Yes.
on this.
And it's a choice that we have to make. That's the thing. We have to make that decision.
Well, and Linda just had a countdown like 12 days. She does jewelry. She does premier jewelry. She did the 12-day countdown, which was a lot of fun, and shared her jewelry that way, right?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Jewelry parties, or how do you have, right? And then she had like a little contest, and then really, really cool. Look, I won.
Ooh.
I know. And then even better, because I don't live very far from Linda, it got dumped on my front door. But what
All
a great
right.
deal, right? And when you win things, right, you can either re-give them or you can keep them. But I'm keeping mine because it smells. It's a citrus and peach rose. It smells really good. But anyway, not to give a commercial, but there you go. There's a small business, right? Owner, well, does Premier Jewelry. And I've done Mary Kay makeup parties online. Is that interesting, Terry Ann?
Yes.
They
Yes, I've
send
been
you
to
the makeup in the
Luxembourg.
mail. They send you the makeup in the mail. Then you get on Zoom. And oh my gosh, we were laughing so hard. The poor Mary Kay lady could not get us to hardly put our makeup on because it was great because I got to see people I hadn't seen. And we had, and we all had our own drinks and we had our own little makeup. Yeah. And the poor lady had to navigate all that, right? And I don't know
Yes,
what Linda's saying. I don't know what Linda's saying ha 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 about, but maybe it's about me keeping mine.
We've gotten very creative. It's been very creative to see. I've been to a number of Pampered Chef parties, Synogens parties, Norwex. It has been amazing to see how creative people have gotten. Can't get together as a group? Hey, let's get together this way.
And
you and I doing this.
Well, and I run masterminds online. So on Zoom, I have masterminds. We have masterminds on Monday. We got masterminds on Wednesday. I'm doing masterminds. And that's great because you know what? You get that many people in a Zoom call, and that many perspective, and they're all small to mid-sized business people and being able to do masterminds, right?
I'm creating online courses. You're at home. You've got the time. Work at your own pace.
Yeah.
Something I didn't have done. I didn't even think about doing prior to all of this.
Well, I knew back in October that I needed to do this a year ago, October. I'm sorry. We've passed another October. A year ago in October, I knew I needed to do this. And then March happened, right? So you had to go online. But I really don't think even when we come out of the pandemic, everybody wants it to go back to normal. I don't think it's going to be normal, right?
It's good. It's not going to be the same.
No. You know what? A good thing that came out of 2020 for me?
What's that?
I feel in some ways I've had some more intimate relationships by being on Zoom and having coffee with people. And I've gotten to go to more networking events than before because how hard is it to hit the link and show up? We have a friend that has tea at 2, and you say that doesn't work for you. And it doesn't usually work for me. But the few times I'm in my office or I don't have something, I go, oh, it's tea at 2. So I can hit the link.
Jump in there. Yes.
And a bunch of my friends go to tea at 2, or these are actually new friends of mine, Terry Ann. So it's pretty cool that I feel I had to be careful. I don't know about you. When the pandemic first happened, there were so many stuff online that you could be overly busy again. And even now, I think there's just a lot of opportunities. And I will tell you that I'm always wanting to have coffee with people. So if you need to talk with somebody, you want to have a cup of coffee, reach out to me. I love having coffee on Zoom, or we can meet in person, but now it's hard to meet outside, right? So anyway, I just think the way we're going to do the holidays this year is just going to be different. And we need to change our perspective, and we need to think of more intimate ways we can do it. But I think still having Thanksgiving or holiday parties with your friends and your family is important because we need to social distance, but we need to stay connected. So I'm just going to encourage everybody to find ways to be connected with your families and friends through this holiday season and be blessed and happy with, the way you get to do it. And you know what? How many years ago we wouldn't even have this technology?
Right.
Praise God, we have the technology in this crazy time. So that's what I'm going to end with because I know that we're running out of time here. What is your ending thoughts, Terry Ann?
Connect with someone, connect with yourself, And look for the joy. Look for the joy. Make it joyful. Very quickly, next week, Sherry's going to help us talk about holiday budgeting.
Oh yeah, it's spending.
Holiday
Aren't you gonna
budgeting.
spend? It's a spending plan. It's not a budget.
Okay, spending plan for the holidays.
There's our friend Deb right there. She does Tia too.
Hi, Debbie.
There she is. I was just talking about you.
Okay, so that is next week. Thank you all for joining us, for participating. Next week, holiday budget planning. What did you call it again? Holiday spending?
Spending plan. It's
a spending plan.
Spending plan. There you go. You know what?
And
everybody
we're excited you are spending your time with us.
Yeah, thank you for spending your time with us, and go make it a good day, right?
Make it a good day. I love it. Bye.
Bye,
See you
guys.
next week.